What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Pit Life Barbecue Podcast, coming to you live from the Uncle Steve Shake Studios in Center Bonstead, New Hampshire. It's the podcast where we talk everything barbecue and a lot of other topics that you normally talk around the pit. Oh, thank you all for tuning in. I know Daddy Dutch was first in. Bat, what's up? Tom, funny guy. Let's see what kind of technical difficulties will happen tonight. So far, we're so good. So knock on anything wood, whatever. We'll see. Matt Pereira, how are you, brother? Oh, so guys, we got an excellent show tonight. But before we get into that, tonight's show brought to you by Uncle Steve Shake. What can I say? We all know him. We all love him. Uncle Steve, an incredible man, incredible product. Now, days away from 19 amazing flavors being the 19th, the new pizza shake. But the original, the sweet and spicier, the competition line, Magic Ribs, Mi Amigo, Texas, South Texas Red, all of it. Uncle Steve wears all the hats. He's mixing the shakes. He's bottling, labeling, packaging, shipping, answering emails, answering phone calls, returning phone calls, returning emails. He'll do whatever it takes to work with you on what you're trying to figure out your flavor profile. He wants it to be perfect. All small batch. Nothing is sitting for extended period of times anywhere. If you order tonight, your order is getting mixed probably tomorrow, then shipped out. So once it gets to you, it is the absolute freshest it can be. So check him out at UncleStevesShake.com. Follow along on Facebook at Uncle Steve Shake Nation. On your orders, online orders, in that little comment area, put my name, Pit Life Barbecue, and you might just find yourself a little extra something in that package. So remember, Uncle Steve Shake some on everything. Also brought to you by Joe's Meat Market, the Diamond of Royce City, Texas. Gabriel and his crew do an amazing job. Protein selection, phenomenal. You need a specific thickness cut, he's got you covered. You looking for a protein he might not carry, he'll work with you to get it in. Fresh produce brought in daily. For all us comp and backyard cooks, got us covered too. Lines of rubs, seasonings, sauces, injections, marinades, the Joe's Meat Market house line of seasonings, now carrying smoky wood products, splits, chips, chunks, pellets. Yeah, he might even have the charcoal down there too. I'm not sure. I have to find out about that. But while you're there, if you're feeling a little hungry, he got you covered too. Gabriel's mom's behind the counter whipping up some of the freshest authentic cuisine out there. So grab a plate, grab a bowl, have a seat, make a new friend, talking this wonderful world we call barbecue. And like I said, if you're ever in the area, swing by Joe's Meat Market, tell them I sent you. And remember, folks, Joe's Meat Market for the win. Oh, Judge Webb, what's happening? Pat Cullen, congratulations, brother, on the GC this weekend. You and Rico and Larry Vaughn, afternoon from South Jersey. And while I still have a moment, Uncle Steve, this past weekend was the Fort Bend County Cook-Off. And once again, Uncle Steve teams showed up and showed out. 4 shake-using teams combined to win 25% of the walks, including the grand championship. So the shake is shaking things up down there. It's walking. So congratulations to all the teams. Congratulations, Uncle Steve. A wonderful product line, and deserves the walks. Deserves the walks. Brandon Perryman, what's up, brother? All right, folks. Let's get down to it. I had, spoken here and there through chat on a few different shows throughout the past couple years, and finally had the honor and the privilege of meeting him in person, putting hands together, possibly sat down and had a few frothy beverages through the weekend in the beautiful state of Rhode Island. But a wonderful gentleman. I cannot wait to hear the entire journey story from Germany to Texas to the competition barbecue. We're going to cover it all, both sides of the pond. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Beerbelly's Barbecue, Mr. Uwe Braun. Uwe, how are you, my brother?
I'm very good. Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
My pleasure, my pleasure. Like I said, you've been on the list, and since we had the opportunity to meet in Rhode Island, it's like, all right, we got to get it done, and we got it done, brother.
Yes, sir.
Got it done.
Here we are.
Oh, so how are things down in Texas right now?
Well, first day of fall, no big change, 94 degrees. But we're barbecuing every day pretty much here, and it's just, things are just different down here. It's just all of this. They're just different down here, man. We barbecue year round. We don't care. We just don't have the seasons like y'all do.
Yep. We had the first frost of the year yesterday morning.
Yeah, and we may not never have one this year. That's a toss-up every year. Are we going to have one? Are we not going to have one,
Yeah.
Yep.
No, for sure. Skip Long's Quest, what's up? Smoking and toasting. Cesar Mejia, what is up, brother? Gabriel Joe's Meat Market, what's up, brother? Oh, yeah. We've been in the high 30s in the morning, in the, mid 70s. Tomorrow we're supposed to get up to about 85. So that won't be too bad, but yeah, this is the perfect weather up this time of year up here for sure. Mr. Pfeiffer, what's happening? Oh, shoot. So, Uwe, for anybody here, there's a few of the boys, are familiar with you, know you, personal level, social media presence. But give us a little bit of a background of who you are, what you do, and how you kind of kicked off your journey in this wonderful thing called barbecue.
Well, Uwe Braun, Beerbelly's Barbecue, born and raised in Germany, and moved to the United States, migrated to the United States, fair and square, 1993, to the state of Florida. And, hung around there for a little bit, and that's where I fell in love with outdoor cooking, because the weather was just always, right for it. That's why I tried my first barbecue. That's where actually the name Beerbelly's Barbecue, just from a quick snap out of my mouth, came about. In 2007, we moved to the state of Texas, deep South Texas. To be a little bit closer to my wife's family, Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
And, we never skipped a beat. The weather's the same here pretty much. But the ingredients that we can get down here, the meat, it's just ridiculous. I mean, we are blessed, and I went haywire. I just went nuts, and and so, I did my thing. Then we got invited one time with my niece and her ex-husband. They were having a cook-off here, local cook-off, non-sanctioned. and they invited us, and well, we went, and man, they were so unorganized. They were just winging it from A to Z, and and I told them, man, if you hit, you hit.
Yeah.
How do you remember? No, I don't. But also drinking, And so we did 2 of them with them, and I didn't like it at all. I didn't like it at all. My wife, Virginia, like, no, we can do this. Let's do it. Let's do us. And I said, all right, well, remember Florida, Beerbelly's barbecue? And there it was. It's been starting our 12th years next month. And we got our butts whooped the first few years in the competitive meat sector, but we've been always super jackpot strong, thanks to my wife, and that kept us into the game, not losing the interest. Beans, pan de campo, dessert, you name it. I mean, it was always awesome, man. It was all so. Almost 12 years later, here we are still traveling the country, making friends everywhere we can, and it's been quite a ride, if I can tell you. Quite a ride.
Definitely. And here's Waypoint Barbecue, Jeff. They're in the house and have a cold Lone Star. No, drank it all. Should have bought more than 10 cases.
There he is. Yeah.
He loves the Lone Star, and we had a great time sitting around there in Rhode Island.
Yeah, so did we.
With you in Virginia. It was fantastic. But before we get into all that, like you said, you had born and raised and grown up in Germany. Now, what part of Germany?
I'm from Cologne, Germany.
Cologne, Germany. Okay.
Cologne, Germany is west central Germany, about an hour away from Holland.
Okay.
And Cologne is the 4th largest city in Germany, and a very liberal, very open-minded, lot of humor in Cologne. Germany is pretty much very conservative until you get to Cologne, and you throw all that shit out, and you can be you. It is, it's weird, but
so you'd kind of say it's almost like the Texas of Germany.
Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas.
Is
okay.
A very, very different city. When I first went to Austin, it reminded me of my hometown, and I'm like, wow, this is nice. I feel home here, And then 2 of my children went to UT, graduated there. They live in Austin, and it's just weird. It's home. Austin is always a good trip for us. I love it there. I feel home there, so it's awesome.
No, absolutely. Matt Wilford, good evening. Jen Lee, how are you, darling? Brother Steven, coming live at us from Trinidad and Tobago. What's up, brother? Corby Simpkins, what's up, brother?
Cockadoodle Q.
Yep, and Matt Wilford, Austin, keep it weird. Absolutely. But you had said when you came over to the States, that's when you really got into the outdoor cooking, which I found very interesting. Did you do much cooking or anything while growing up in Germany? Because from my understanding, the German culture, smoking meat, sausage mainly, it runs very deep into the German culture.
Yeah, so it really changed a lot when I lived there. So we like New England. We have a summer season. You never know from one day to another what you get. And we do a little grilling. We do a little grilling. But there's really no barbecue. There was no barbecue when I left, which has changed now. It changed all over Europe. There's We have a German barbecue association. We have it's all over. It's Holland, Belgium. So they do mainly KCBS, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's becoming it's something. It's getting somewhere, you know. And I'm sure they have a season. So we have sometimes German teams or European teams at the Royal, at the American Royal, you know,
Yep.
representing. But I left too soon for that. I
Too
mean, you
soon for
know,
that.
I've been in the United States for 32 years now, and you know, and happy. Never look back. I never look back. I enjoy being here. I really do.
Nice, nice. So when you got here and you started with the outdoor stuff, do you remember what you started learning on equipment wise?
I had a charbroil offset from Walmart that I would just burn holes into. I would use I didn't know much, man.
Mm-hmm.
I've done all kinds of funky stuff to just try to, you know, to get better. And I used it as grilling, you know, to cook fajitas and chicken and all that. And but also I did a lot of open fire cooking. Like,
Mm-hmm.
man, in the little bit of, when it gets a little nippy, make an open fire and throw a grate on it and cook some fajitas. And my kids like, wow, this is cowboy cooking. They loved it. And it's just awesome, man. Awesome memories, you know. And
Yeah.
to this day, I don't like home cooking here. I don't hardly cook anymore barbecue. It's the weirdest thing, man. I don't know about you guys. I don't hardly barbecue. I grill and I have an outdoor kitchen. So I cook outside. I cook whatever you want. Italian, Chinese, whatever. My wife cooks a lot. We mix and match. She goes inside, I'm outside, and we meet in the middle. But yeah, my Florida barbecue days, Jesus Christ, that was some stuff coming off these pits, like Jesus,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Um, so that's getting the start in Florida, and then you moved to South Texas. Was that, like you were saying earlier? The weather is very similar, but did the barbecue scene or barbecue lifestyle that is Texas is known for kind of take you by surprise a little bit, or did you was it X to be expected?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So I've been in Texas a few times, and I knew, so always deep South Texas, close to the Mexican border. And that's the barbecue I know. There's cuts of meat that are available here that are not oh, here goes my Great Dane. That are not available really, or in that shape or form, like fajitas and arracheras, and they cut the chicken in half, the chicken thigh. I mean, so that's the first thing. That's all grilling meats. And then when I started living here, I had to learn the state. I had to learn Florida. Coming from Germany, I didn't know. Coming from Florida to Texas, that's not the same.
No.
So I had to learn Texas. It took me a while. And I found out, Texas all meat, barbecue, briskets are king here. Big beef is, really pulled pork. They don't know what to do with it. This ain't Texas, man. And so I was happy. I was in my happy place we don't live far from the Gulf of Mexico. The availability we have of food source for everyday cooking it's unbelievable. I think I've never had. I just traveled. You know that. We can touch on that in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy here. This is unbelievable what we have available here for us. And I had to learn the state of Texas, and then I found out that 250 years ago, that I was not aware of that. The Germans, the Polacks, the Czechs migrated to Texas, and they started the barbecue in here.
Yeah.
Okay. I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe the Germans were the first, and they made these brick pits, yay high, yay wide, with the lid, shoveling coals underneath, and they were cooking these cheap cuts of meat to get them tender. And that's how Texas barbecue was born. The first meat in the state of Texas, barbecue meat, is not a brisket, it's actually a sausage.
Yeah.
And so, as I learned this, I find out, I'm like, Jesus Christ, where were you? Why have you not been here sooner? This is just perfect. I do barbecue. I make sausage. I handcraft my own sausages. And I thought, wow, this is just, I get the goosebumps when I say it. It's just a match made in heaven. And it's just awesome. It's just been Texas has been awesome to me. Texas has just been awesome to me. And I love it here. It's just great.
Oh, that's fantastic. We got Daddy Dutch is asking, will you be at the Royal this year?
No, I'm not. I'm not going to be at the Royal. We had a rough time here. I mean, we just took that huge trip from here, from deep South Texas, driving. We did 5,529 miles, all with the trailer, going to Washington, D.C., compete there, going to Rhode Island, and then we went for a family event down to Miami.
Mm-hmm.
And then came back home, and that was a lot. That was a lot. So, and I've been ditching the Royal for the last 3 years, and you don't get very many chances. So my barbecue game is in the ditch right now. I'm just not hitting. I changed pits, and I'm changing right back now. I had enough of that, but I need to qualify for the Royal. So if God willing, I will hit a GC that qualifies us. Next year is absolutely going to be on our program. We're going to focus on the Royal. We should have done it. We just should have done it sooner than later. It just never worked out, and that's where we are.
Yeah. Yep. Oh man, I love it. Matt Wilford, wish we had HEB here in Florida. Matt, I am right there with you, brother. That is, HEB is one of my happy places on this planet. Every time we go to I'm in Texas. We gotta go to HEB. Gotta go to HEB. Just to look. I remember my first time in an HEB. I was mesmerized. I couldn't believe it. I'm sitting there in the meat department looking at Snake River Farms Wagyu briskets. Readily have your pick. Go through the.
Yep.
It was amazing. The meat section, the grocery section, the HEB is where it's at, and we need one in Florida. We need one in New England, or multiples everywhere. HEB should be nationwide, or we wish HEB would go nationwide.
They're doing a fantastic job, man. They're doing a good job.
Yeah, for sure. Big Rome, what's up, brother? Kyle Davis, what's happening, brother? Oh man, yeah. No. Great things in Texas. So you had said originally, you had started in that one unsanctioned event, and Was that really the kickoff of the
Yes.
competitive barbecue side? You kind of had the bug from there.
Yes. Yep. The bug hit us. And the first year or so, we did just maybe 3, 4, 5 events a year. A lot of unsanctioned, just local.
Mm-hmm.
We got a little trailer, moved into the trailer, changed pits. Pits, you know how it is. It's always the pit's fault, never the cook, right?
That's right.
So we changed this, we changed that. And then we GC'd. We GC'd a non-sanctioned event on 3 old Smokies. Brisket, ribs, and chicken on 3 old Smokies. And I thought like, how about them apples? The meat really never knows where it's at. It's really at the end of the day, the cook, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought, wow, that's cool. That's nice. That was, that it's a validation when you finally GC one, man. All the money and effort you put in it. And so we kept at it. We went sanctioning. IBCA back in the day IBCA was the one to cook. There was the big one here in Texas, which they still are. They still are. And we never really traveled. We always have been a local team. And then it was time to switch. It's time to get a good offset that we can fit in the trailer and make a change. And so I got one. And then I noticed, Jesus Christ, that offset is heavier than the damn trailer, and the floorboard is going to bust out of there. So
Yep.
I talked to my wife. I said, man, we got to make a change. We got to get a different trailer. Whether that's going to be a 16 by 20 or a cooking trailer or camper or whatever. We got to look. We got to make a change. And she's always with me. And I know I wanted her to be comfortable.
Yeah.
And so we got us a toy hauler, 32-foot toy hauler, with our bedroom, our restroom for her that she's comfortable with, kitchen, and then in the back end you've seen it. We can roll anything and everything in there that we need. And I added a winch to the offset. It's an 800-pound offset, and we winch it in there. And that was we had the most success with that setup. That was good. That was great. And we're switching back to that damn setup. I know, you learn, you switch, you do this, you do that. You get beaten by the drum cookers a lot. And so you want to make it. Everybody wants to always get a little bit better. It's just so hard. It's just the competition is unbelievable. And so I made a switch this summer and learned from it. Should not have done it. But it is what it is. And so, that's where we're at now. We're cooking off the Beerbelly's Battle Wagon that made 5,529 miles through 16 states and the DC. And it's still in one piece.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, let's talk about that little jaunt you guys took. That was, let's see, Rhode Island was the end of last weekend in June. Yes.
Yep.
So the week before, third week in June, you were in the big event, big competition down in DC.
Yes, sir.
Now we were talking about that, and you had quite the crew down there, right?
Yes, sir. Yep. So as it was explained to us. So the Barbecue Austin state capital has every year they have a competition. There's like 220, 240 teams there, and they have a what's called championship row or champions row, which is the winner of the previous Barbecue Austin, the winner of the San Antonio Rodeo, Houston Rodeo, CBA World, I think IBCA, Lone Star, and Outlaw. So there's like 7, 8, or 9 teams lined up there, and they're good caliber teams, I guess. And I mean, I'm not guessing. I mean, they are. They're just. So we ended up winning that this year. We won that, and we had no idea, man. At the awards, we got 3rd overall at the regular cook-off in Austin. And my kids already packed up and left. They were in the bleachers already, walking out of there. And they said, "No, whoa! We got one more award to give out." And it was the 2025 Texas Barbecue State Championship grand champion, and it was us. Just, I guess, because we won that. I didn't even know that existed. And I don't think it's really not a very thought after title, but we ended up getting it. We ended up getting a free entry to represent the state of Texas and Washington. And so once I noticed, we are representing the state of Texas, it became just so much bigger than just us, right? Yeah. And so I had to sleep over that a few times. And I told my wife, it's not us, it's Texas. We got to do that. Texas has to have somebody there, And so I talked to my homies, my buddies, and asked, hey, who's all interested, thinking a lot of them may not be able to do it work-wise and all that.
Yeah.
And we're going to end up maybe with just a handful people, easy peasy. No, sir. Everybody said, hell yeah, we're in. So also we had this, except one, and my buddy Cesar. He had a cruise. He couldn't make it. I wished I would have had him there, but he couldn't make it. So anyway, so all of a sudden we have this large amount of people that they need to get over to DC and all that. And we made it work. We got everybody there. We had a ball. We had a lot of fun. It was a good experience.
And you were saying that they were, the organizers and everybody running it, were extremely accommodating. Run always every day running around. If you folks need ice, you need this, and they'd help get it for you and bring you, everything you need. They were very attentive to the needs of the competitors.
Yes. So when we got there, Washington was in an extreme heat wave.
Yeah.
We're talking 100, 102, 104 degrees, 89% humidity. And it was extreme. It was just extreme. And we were on asphalt. Asphalt was melting in certain spots. So they did a really good job running around with forklifts, with pallets of water and 40-pound bags of ice, pallets of ice. You need some. You want 1, 2, or 3. Give us 3. How much ice? And man, I mean, we had water, but we had water and beer, to be honest with you, like everybody else. All right. But the ratio was off a little bit. We needed a lot more water, and they bailed us out big time. And, and with that, on our little camp, we were right on Pennsylvania Avenue, right on the main drag. There was a lot of people coming, going, a lot of officers, a lot of police, lots and lots of police presence. And then, with having that water, these guys were hot as like we were. So we started offering and handing out stuff and make sure that everybody stays hydrated, So that was a good job. They did a real good job, man. Yep.
Beautiful. Yeah. From, you had, when we were talking about it, you were very, very, very happy with the entire experience down there.
Oh
With
yeah.
everybody coming with you to, represent Texas, and then with all the heat and everything, everyone working together, to keep everybody safe, hydrated, cool, best you can, and kind of at the end of the day, put the best barbecue in the box and see what happened.
Yep. And that probably warned everybody. We were not the only ones hot. Everybody was hot. It was just,
Yeah.
It wasn't enough for us, but we did it. We landed a few, and we missed a few, like so many times it is in barbecue. But we made a lot of noise. We had the actually the KCBS judges. They had like 3 or 4, I think. They came to us a lot, talked to us, said, "Man, I don't know what it is with y'all, but you're doing this right. You having fun. We had fun, man. We had a ball. That was just a one-time unique experience that I'm not sure how to explain it to you.
Yeah.
And it's still settling in, like maybe 3 months later. It was good. It was just, and they told us, "Man, you're doing it right." And we went, we're drinking a few beers, we're having fun, and we did a few things that you normally don't do, and so we turned the brisket in with flags. We marched right with the U.S. flag, the Texas flag, our flag, the brisket, with everybody, bringing everybody, and they were shaking their heads. "Oh shit, there's Texas. They have another level." And people in the judging tent got up, saluting the flag and just following the flag. And I went, whoa, calm down, everybody, And they congratulated us. A couple hours later, they said that was superb. That was weird, but that was awesome. And we had a good time. We enjoyed going to these cook-offs, man. Be respectful and have fun, man. Make some friends. And that's what we did.
No, absolutely.
So
Absolutely. So you finished that up and you took a little jaunt northbound.
Yep.
Up 95 there to the great state of Rhode Island.
Yes, sir.
And where you ran into us troublemakers.
Yes, sir. You sure are.
Coventry, Rhode Island. The Rhode Island State Barbecue Championship. And it was a fantastic weekend. All of us, all us guys, was a CBA event. But we had all us boys there, and then Texas was represented by you, LC, Carlos, Don Keene,
Brian Fox,
and I think that was it.
That was it.
That was it for the Texas crew. But yeah, how was your experience of New England? Because when they said that they're bringing CBA up here, one of the things a lot of us had said was every time we go to Texas, no matter if it's, just to visit or to come do a cook-off or, anything, the hospitality that you folks give to all of us coming down is incredible. Every time I've stepped foot in Texas, the even people I don't know, just crossing paths in the airport, the hospitality is fantastic. And that was the one thing we hoped with these events this year that that we could give bring the hospitality back, or do our best imitation of Texas hospitality, New England style. And how did we do?
Think you got a good A from me. You guys did good. You guys nailed it. You guys made it easy. And I can only speak for myself. You made us, feel welcome. And so I'll tell you what, I want to tell you something about Matt. I know he's lurking somewhere down on the bottom there. So I reached out to him, expressed interest, and the communication was like that.
Yeah.
And that's one of my pet peeves. I reach out to a promoter, wanted to do a cook-off. Not every promoter is the same. Matt, I told him what my plans was. I'm going to be there a couple of days early. I need a campground for the RV. He hooked me up with links. It was just a great communication with him. And so we had 3 nights, full RV hookups in Exeter, Rhode Island. Mm-hmm. And, we run around there. We did something. We had a little bit of issues we had to buy a generator there and all that. And we went to the site. And then we, so on Friday, so our plans were Saturday morning to roll into and see where we are set up. And then here we are at the cook-off, And I don't know. I started, we were at a breakfast joint not far from the cook-off. Awesome breakfast joint, man. I mean,
yeah.
I'm surprised they're not on television. That shit was good. So anyway, and I don't remember why we start texting. So I'll be here in 20 minutes. Oh man, that's when we're gonna finish breakfast. I'll swing by. So we swung by there. We were only like 3 minutes away, and there was already waypoint setting up. And there was this, and there was all shit's happening, and I'm like, whoa! The cook-off is not until Sunday, And said, man, where you go? We're gonna be. Where we're gonna be? He said, no, I think we're gonna do you in front of waypoint because your trailer can't go down on the grass and blah blah blah. And I got excited, and I told my wife, I said, shit, let's go get the trailer. Whether we're over there, we're over here with the gang. Let's just go to cook-off a day earlier and just set up and make some friends. And the atmosphere was just like down here, man. It's just right. It was just right. It was just friendly, welcoming. You guys doing a good job. No doubt. Good. Matt does a good job. Rico, you're all doing a fantastic job.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the one thing that surprises some people when we come in, because like I said, normally everywhere the competition day is Saturday, so you roll in on Friday, settle in, prepare for Saturday, and then let it rip on Saturday. While up here traditionally all comp days have been Sunday. But we still roll in on Fridays.
You guys
so you
smoke cigars and drink beers.
Days. That's it. Jeff breaks out that homemade blueberry vodka he has there, which is tremendous. But yeah, we roll in, set up Friday, and just, relax on Friday, do whatever it is we do, have a good old time. And then Saturday, if there's something involved, that's what we get at. Then it's, prep and get ready to go on Sunday. But no, like you said, yeah. So it's a bit of a surprise for people coming up for the first time because, what is this? The guys are already here. It just throws you off a little bit. But yeah, so that was you and I finally got to meet in person.
Yes, sir.
And which was wonderful. And met your beautiful wife. And we just, like you said, we sat there, we had a few cold beers, and just told stories. And
Yeah.
the one it was funny because you had a beer and you were a bit, I don't know if it thrown back or shocked, but it was wasn't it actually from your hometown in Germany?
No, it was just about 30 minutes outside of
Okay.
Germany. It's called Bitburger Pilsner. And I found it in the liquor store over there in Rhode Island. I said, "Oh hell yeah, I'm gonna get some." I can't find it here, man. It's
Yeah.
stupid. And yeah, I enjoyed. You know, I'm always looking for something close to my hometown if I can get it. And I went back Saturday and got another 6-pack.
Oh,
You
nothing
know,
wrong
no,
with it.
but the only thing you guys do, man, on Sunday after the cook-off, you bail like boom, pack up, let's get the hell out of here. And the difference, what we do when you travel like 3-4 hours, we're allowed a lot of times at the cook-off to spend the night and leave Sundays. Because quite frankly, a lot of us had some beers and it's driving is just not safe. And
Yeah.
so we show up Fridays, and not all of it, not everybody, but we show up Fridays, we settle in, cook's meeting, maybe a jackpot or not, but you get the turn in hardware. And then Saturday is the day. Saturday night's awards, and after awards, a lot of teams leave when they're local, or and the one a little further traveled, they stick around, and we'll order pizza, we hang out, we drink some beers, and have some fun, and start doing a little bit of cleanup and all that, and Sunday morning we get up and we pack up and leave. That's what we do a lot here.
Yeah.
So, but I think you don't change a thing. Let New England be New England.
That's it.
You cannot change that.
No, and that's the one thing with having the competition on Sunday.
Yep.
Because pretty much most of us, we all got to be at work on Monday morning.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
You know, that is, I would say if I had one complaint about the competition scene up here, is that particular thing of the competition itself on a Sunday. Because I think Saturday would work, I think, a lot better, because like you said, you have that day.
Well, you have to be fresh at work on Monday, and then when you by the time you get out of there, it's Sunday 6-7 o'clock sometimes, and you wore out, man, and you gotta be
Oh yeah, because we left sometime later, early evening, after the competition, and yeah, I don't think we got home till somewhere between 9 and 10 o'clock that night.
Damn. Yeah,
because where I live, it was about, I'd say it was probably a 3-hour ride.
Damn.
From my house to the grounds and back, and probably took us about 4, because at that point it was like we're driving home. It's like, oh wow, I haven't eaten since Saturday.
There you go.
A bite here on my turn-ins, that doesn't count. So stop for for a bite to eat, and keep on going. And it's like, it's like, ooh man, and then you spend the rest of the week cleaning. But no, it was great for you guys to come up. I'm so happy and thrilled. You had a great time, and we had a great time with you and your wife. And we can't wait to do it again.
Yep.
And
it was a good turnout. I thought it was a great turnout on all cook-offs you had. Really, there was not 3, there was 4 of them, because Texas showed up for the last one.
Yeah, there was 4 in for the Triple Crown. It was Vermont, Rhode Island, and New Hampshire. And then just I think 3 weeks ago at this point, down in Waterford, Connecticut. We had the fourth CBA event, and Kevin Hernandez. Not Kevin. I'm looking at Kevin Hernandez right here. What's up, brother? My pits are burning. Reggie Q, what's happening? Shane LeClaire, damn Yankee Barbecue.
He was there.
He flew up. So
Yep.
So Texas was
good for him.
at all of them. And we had a great time with everybody, and here's to doing it again, and getting to meet up, spend some more time, and tell some more stories. Oh, absolutely.
So for us in Texas to be able to expand that to New England, that's priceless, man. And so I mean, that was special for me. So I enjoyed the Rhode Island one much better than the Washington D.C. one.
Yeah,
it was just people are different. People more like what I am, what we are, down to earth, normal people burning meat in the freaking parking lot. And Washington D.C. was not like that, but also it was very intimidating a little bit. Washington was intimidating, and I had a lot more on my plate with all my friends.
Yeah,
it was tough. It was tough. Washington was tough. Rhode Island was nice. That was just sexy. I was just sexy, man. So,
and there's Matt. I'm very grateful for all the support from my Texas family. No, absolutely. And seeing it is 10 minutes of 9. So he's still awake. So he's going to yell at me tomorrow morning, Uwe. Because he's a truck driver, so he's out before I am, so he knows when I leave. So I will get a call, tomorrow morning, yelling at me that I kept him up so past his bedtime, and he is so no one's twisting your arm, Matt. No one's twisting.
Go to bed, Matt. Love you, buddy.
Cress, what's happening, brother? Oh yeah, but no, it was a good time. I'm glad you the experience up here was wonderful. And,
no, absolutely. It's pretty there too, man. So
it's great,
man. So I see there's so many trees y'all have, and it seems like they carved just enough out of these trees to put a road down through there.
Yeah,
and you have a little bit of shoulder, and then there's the trees. It is freaking gorgeous, man. And we don't have that down here, man.
Yeah, it was funny at the New Hampshire contest. I was cooking next to Buddy Northrup from Big Boys Barbecue, and we were in contact all week. Him and I, hey, what do you need me to pick you up anything? And you just worry about traveling. I can grab, I got plenty of stuff. So we had gone once he got there was it Saturday? Yeah, it was Saturday. And we needed ice. So me and him, we hopped in the car and headed down to the gas station, picked up ice and, some snacks, things like that. And that was one of the things he was saying. He goes, man, we have trees in Texas, but this is wild.
Yeah.
He goes, you don't even see stuff. It's just trees. And he goes, and then, man, are all the houses built out of wood?
Yep.
I go, for the most part, yeah, we got, mix of everything. He goes, majority of everything is built in brick down where we are. He goes, it's funny to see the design of, and the beauty of the architecture and some of the designs of the house. He goes, you can do some stuff with brick, but you can only do so much with brick. He goes, but with the wood around here, he goes, this is amazing. We're like, yeah, it's interesting. And
your roof pitch, obviously, chimney. Every house has a chimney, and there's a reason for that, man. Obviously, it's snow and it gets damn cold, but I looked a lot at that. The architecture in New England is it's one of a kind. Simple houses is just they're sex. They just look. I mean, and we don't have that in Texas. Texas is more made to withstand the brutal heat, man.
Heat, yeah.
That sun beats on us from June till early October. I mean, it's brutal here. It is brutal here. You got to really think about when you leave your house, you have enough water to bring with you for work, and things like that. And you guys are the opposite, man. So what are we going to do with all that snow? Well, let's make that roof a little steeper so that shit will slide off.
Slides off. Yep.
Yeah. So,
well,
and that's a beautiful thing. That's what I enjoyed, man. I really, so I had a good friend that I worked with in Florida from New Hampshire.
Yes.
And he always told me, man, it's different there and it's nice there. He passed away in a young age. And I was thinking about him a lot when I was in New England. Yeah. And everywhere I go, I would look and I would see, and I was like, God damn, Gary. I'm in your neck of the woods now. Who'd ever thought of that, Yeah. But yeah, I'm a sucker for that, man. I look, I drive, I look. My eyes are everywhere, I think. Yeah. And it's nice. I wish I could, next year. I'm not driving. Forget that. I'm gonna make a phone call. And I need some help and maybe some pits, mail some stuff or something. But yeah, if possible, I would like to come next year for at least one. And
absolutely, brother.
Reconnect with 16 Mesh and Humphreys and Waypoint and y'all, and and Rico did a good job. Rico was nervous, man.
Yeah,
Rico was
nervous. But, he's very focused, and got the job done.
Yep.
Had a little technical difficulty with the
but that's out of his control. And I told him that. I talked to him before I told him, that's your biggest problem. You're going to have a hiccup. If it's a hiccup, it's going to be a technical difficulty that you have no control over. So relax.
Yeah, you can't control the computer crashing.
Nope.
You got no clue it's coming. You got no warning, and it just happens, and there's nothing you can do about it.
And we have him here all the time. We have him here all the time. So
yeah, but he handled it like a professional, and we didn't miss a beat. We kept the game going, and there's Shane, damn Yankee Barbecue. What's up, brother? Shane, man, oh man, what the hell happened? I've been seeing the pictures and now the videos of that weather you got yesterday blew you a 900-pound smoker into your pool along with a lot of other stuff, man. Holy shit.
Yep.
That weather was no joke, man. But glad everybody is safe and all right, because that was that wind had to be coming. Mother Nature, yep. In North Texas, yep. for sure. But yeah, Uwe, it was absolutely you plan to come up, get in touch with Matt, and we'll figure stuff out, and we'll find we'll get some equipment, make it a little easier, than 4,000 or 5,000 miles again. Woo.
No, not doing
it's
that.
A long time in the saddle.
Unless we can chop away a few states in between, I'll get rid of them.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I mean, I'm glad I did it. It was an experience, but that was it. I'm not doing that again.
No, absolutely.
Yeah. On the same token, man, on the same token, man, you guys, Texas welcomes y'all with open arms. We got some good stuff coming up here early next year. Is where we got some really good, big, prestigious cook-offs coming up that, and I'm sure that we can accommodate too with pits and all that,
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Make Kevin Hernandez make it two sets. Make it two sets of equipment and count me in.
There you go.
Absolutely, brother.
There you go.
Absolutely. But yeah, it was a great time. But Uwe, my brother, thank you so much for being so generous with your time this evening. I appreciate it. And like I said, it was a pleasure being able to finally meet you, spend some time with you, and get to know you as a not just a friend anymore, but but family. And I appreciate
Appreciate it.
you, brother. So, where can everybody follow along and find you social media wise?
Beerbelly's Barbecue on Facebook, Uwe Braun on Facebook. That's about it.
All right.
You know.
You heard it there, folks. But Uwe, thank you so much. Please give Virginia my best, speedy
Oh well.
recovery,
Appreciate it.
and and give those two little puppies you got there a little rub on the head from me.
I wanted them to chime in here, but uh-oh.
Hi, boys.
There they are. Shit.
Oh, that's fun. Normally, if mine escape, they'll come in here and knock over all the equipment. All the lights go flying, and wouldn't change a thing without them, brother.
Let's see if I can get on the camera here. Come here. We'll check. Oh, shit.
Yeah, there it is.
There's one of them, yeah. Oh, they're hard.
Yeah.
My daughter's baking, and they're after a little something, little taste, little morsel or something. Yeah. These are, Great Danes are hilarious, man. There's something else.
Oh, absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Yeah. But brother, like I said, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. We will definitely do this again. Sure. Just hang on 1 second. I'll be right back with you, and we'll close it out after that. But folks, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Like I said, I was looking forward to this one. Me and Uwe and all the boys at the Connecticut Comp, we had a great weekend together, getting to know each other. A few beverages, some good food. Can't go wrong there. But like I said, thank you all for tuning in once again. Another weekend, another week down, and here you all are, and I appreciate you, and I love each and every one of you for it. Catch the video on Facebook and YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, folks. We're going to try to get a little push on that with with Facebook deleting the videos after 30 days. But YouTube, they're all there, each and every one of them. So the entire library is on YouTube, and that's all, Pit Life Barbecue Podcast. You find everything there. All the videos are under the live section. And believe it or not, I do have a bunch of YouTube videos out there. Not the greatest quality, but a few good recipes. Actually, I gotta get back into that. That's all. That was fun doing it. Just got busy. But anyway, any questions or comments, please send them to pitlifebbqpodcast@gmail.com. Like always, subscribe, like, rate, and review. Hit that share button. And until next week, keep the smoke rolling.